Welcome back to another episode of NBA 2K12 as the station for Dallas Mavericks franchise. In the last episode, we managed to defeat Houston Rockets. Let's check out the box score. But the Goran Dragic scores 41 points and 8 assists, and Dirk Nowitzki scores 38 points and 2 assists, but Terry gets 7 assists. And for this game, we're going up against the Denver Nuggets, and let's check the code say alright. Let's check out the injury report for the Nuggets. Let's see the entire league. We got Aaron Aflalo out for 6 and 8 weeks due to the broken jaw, and broken nose will be heard day to day for J.R. Smith. So that means we're going on a great game here. We're matching. Let's check out the other games. Rockets Timberwolves on ESPN. Magic Bobcats, Grizzlies Thunder, Clippers Suns, Jazz Blazers, Bucks Celtics, Raptors Heat, Knicks Nets, Cavaliers Spurs, Hornets Warriors, Kings Lakers, Wizards Pistons, and Blues Pacers. So here we go. Let's start the game and hope you enjoy this video. I will catch out on our upcoming games right there. So this is Andre Genshin and so hello, and let's get back and enjoy the video.
This is the NBA on 2K Sports. Welcome, fans. The contenders starting to emerge as the NBA season picks up a little steam. It's going to be the Dallas Mavericks up against the Denver Nuggets. I'll be here in the studio with the HP Halftime Show.
The Mavericks look to tangle with a fellow Western Conference foe coming into town for this game today. This is Kevin Harlan here, joined by Steve Kerr and Clark Kellogg. Glad you decided to spend your Friday night with us. The NBA on 2K Sports. And the Nuggets on friendly ground as they continue this homestand. Well, guys, at this point, while still many things can change, the record is not on par with their performance last year. Maybe a cause for concern, but something they are well aware of.
Looking at the Nuggets, you know, they've stumbled out of the gate and are still searching for a way to get it moving in the right direction.
Well, there's time. I mean, they can right the ship, but they can't wait too much longer. They've got to dig themselves out of this hole, and the only way to do it is by defending and playing harder than what they've been doing.
Here are the starters for Dallas, brought to you by State Farm. Nowitzki is out there with Odom. Then there's Marion. Then it's Jason Kidd, and it's Carter in at the 2. And for Denver, Kmart and Nene are inside. Ty Lawson and J.R. Smith, they're manning the backcourt. And it's Gallinari in at the 3, the small forward. They're moving the ball. Here's Lawson. Shot is blocked. On defense, the Nuggets outplayed in the previous game on their schedule, losing to Chicago.
Man, it would be easy to criticize their defense in that game, so I guess that's what I'll do. They had very few answers for anything that was thrown at them.
Yeah, it was what lost them the game, Steve. Clearly, the defense, or lack thereof, couldn't apply any pressure, didn't force any missed shots, and really didn't offer any resistance at all defensively.
Doris Burke has some information for us. Doris?
Kevin, I had a chance to catch up with George Karl for just a few moments. He told me they'll be looking to stretch the opposing defense and open things up by using their ability to knock down long-range shots. Success from the perimeter will translate to success on the inside. Those were his words to me, Kevin. Back to you.
Thanks a lot, Doris.
I definitely can appreciate their approach with the 3 ball.
Boy, how good were the Mavericks last year against the Western Conference? They won 35 times against Western opponents.
Well, he could have earned some style points there, but he really doesn't need to use the fadeaway when he's that wide open.
He's picked up by Kidd. Now Smith. And Nene with the basket on the assist by Smith. Nene's got his first basket of the night. Going back down to the Mavs, they didn't win the division, Clark, but they nabbed the 3 seed in the playoffs. And that played a nice part of it.
Yeah, you know, they edged out the Thunder by 2 wins, and the difference there was the record of those 2 teams against the Western Conference. So I know it's a long season, and sometimes it's hard to value every game. And when you're a playoff team, a contending championship team, every game does mean something during that regular season.
Absolutely. The Nuggets on offense. And this is the first time they've matched up with the Mavericks this year.
Now, these were 2 of the top teams in the conference a year ago. And I'll tell you what, this club was really at their best in those games. The season series really belonged to them.
Jason Terry, he's checked in for the Mavericks. Here's Lawson. He had 25 points last game. Pass to Martin. Terry covering. Martin dishes to Nene. Slammed home, and he draws the foul. A chance for another point at the free throw line. That's on Jason Terry.
Boy, he took that defender head on and threw down the two-hander power jam.
Straight power there, guys.
Well, you got to love his determination.
Wilson Chandler's checked in for Denver. You just can't overstate how important those matchups between the top conference teams are.
Well, there's always a lot at stake, Kevin. You want to get that good seed in the spring. Both these teams know every game is going to be a battle.
And these players think about that. They
yes.
They know about the seeding.
They sure do. They've got it in their mind.
Here's Lawson. Jason Terry picking up that last basket. Chandler's shot good.
Well, I like the fluidity I'm seeing from them on offense. It's a thing of beauty. It's fun to watch.
Yeah, it is. They're moving the ball well, finding the open man, making that extra pass. They're playing very unselfishly right now. And guys, how about the career that Dirk Nowitzki has had? Just amazing numbers. In fact, last season on the all-time scoring list, he passed some player named Larry Bird. Not sure if you've heard of him, but incredible numbers for Dirk Nowitzki, who's just had an amazing run for the Dallas Mavericks.
Denver in the lead. It's stolen by Odom. Chandler with the steal. Tipped. Dallas with the ball. Trailing by 2. Coming into this having notched a win against the Rockets in their last game.
And I got to say, it was a very passive effort from the defense they were facing. It did not look like they were excited about playing that game, but they found a way to win.
Yeah, to me it just seemed like they didn't play hard enough. I mean, if I'm a coach on the other side, I wouldn't have been too happy about that.
Timeout is called. First of the game for the Nuggets. Steve was bringing up Dirk, passing Bird. How high do you think Dirk Nowitzki can finish when it's all said and done?
You know, his game is really close to the ground, so he can play the way he's playing for a long time. I mean, it's not predicated on overwhelming athleticism. And that shooting touch and his unbelievable ability to make shots from all kinds of contorted angles at 7 feet tall. I think he's got another 6 to 8 high-quality years left in him, barring injury, so he could go much further up that scoring chart.
5 to shoot. Stolen by Stojakovic.
Well, credit the defense, but you've got to be more careful with the ball.
Kidd. The Nuggets trail. Lawson up top. Right now averaging 17 points a game. And Brewer kicks to Martin. Terry against Lawson. Shot clock at 6. Stolen by Haywood.
The opening was there for a split second, but he didn't get it there in time.
And the jam by Jason Kidd.
Yeah, going straight to the hoop, attacking the whole way.
Yeah, nice finish. Cap that break off in style.
For 3, Lawson, good. Lawson's got 7 points.
It has been all offense here early.
It sure has been. I mean, both teams clicking, and it's been an entertaining game as well, guys.
And they answer right back with that 3.
It's a good old shootout. The fans are enjoying this show.
He's covered by Kidd, and Brewer kicks to Anderson. And there's another one for the Nuggets.
Look at that dime. On time and on target.
Nowitzki for 3. Another 3 for Dallas.
What an offensive display he's putting on.
And at this point, Steve, you got to put more pressure on him. Bring help and make him move the ball.
No shortage of scoring here at the end of the first quarter. Mavericks lead by 4.
And I thought the key to that first quarter, guys, was the turnovers they faced with that aggressive defense.
Well, the defense, as you said, Steve, has been really aggressive, and it's paid off for them a few times already.
And it's more NBA action coming your way here on 2K Sports.
The excitement builds as the NBA season heats up. Danny Granger and the Indiana Pacers go up against Kenyon Martin and the Denver Nuggets. Next Tuesday, 10 p.m. Eastern, 7 Pacific.
And the first quarter is in the books. Second about ready to get underway. Mavericks leading by 4.
Well, despite all the turmoil surrounding the Nuggets last season, the Pepsi Center was a sanctuary as far as wins were concerned. 33-8 for the Nuggets at home, and that was while they were dealing with all the Carmelo Anthony situation.
Gallinari and Harrington make up the forwards. Andre Miller is out there with J.R. Smith. Then it's Nene in at the center. That's the group for Denver getting going here in the second. Now here is Miller. He's coming off a 10-point game against Chicago. The three is launched. Gets it to go. And Denver has always been a tough place to win for road teams. Like you said, Steve, third best home record a season ago. The elevation certainly is a factor. You talk to players. Clark, you played in that mile-high air. It makes it a little bit hard to catch your breath.
It does. I mean, there's certainly something to the elevation, but there's also something to the transversing through different time zones, which is often the case, especially for teams coming from the East. And then you factor in a very enthusiastic and supportive crowd. But the biggest thing is they're usually pretty good. I mean, they usually got a pretty good roster. So it's no wonder that teams have a tough time getting wins at the Pepsi Center.
Boy, he just seems to score so easily. The game comes very simply to him.
Smith outside. Gallinari against Stojakovic. Good work. And there's another one for the Nuggets. Here's Odom, averaging 6 points per contest. Stojakovic kicks to Barea. And here's Stevenson for 3. And that is good. Stevenson's got his first 3 points of the game.
Boy, these threes are picking them apart. I mean, 4 out of the last 5 shots against them, all uncontested, and all are threes.
Yeah, the defense just looks uninterested right now. I mean, they're not making the effort to challenge these shots.
You look at what George Karl has overcome in his battle against cancer and other issues the last few years, and it's just a testament to how tough a person he is.
And that one's good. And the Mavericks lead by 7.
Now they got the most out of that possession, guys.
Time called here. The Nuggets decide to talk it over. For the Nuggets, Chris Anderson is checked in for Nene. Martin comes in for Al Harrington. And it's Lawson in for Andre Miller. And the Mavericks will go for a different look here. Dirk Nowitzki, he's checked in for Marion. Carter comes in for Peja Stojakovic. Jason Terry, he's checked in for Deshaun Stevenson. Jason Kidd is subbed in for J.J. Barea. Martin, the pass to Anderson. It's off his leg. And it's whistled a kick. Good thoughts by Clark as we go back to George Karl. A lot of guys, Steve, would have called it a career, but you know and I know, all of us know, he just loves this game so much.
Well, it was so nice to see the support that he got from around the league as he battled cancer. Did such a great job with that team during the Carmelo drama, as they called it. It was really a very taxing year for George Karl, but he battled through it and ended up putting Denver in a really good spot heading into the postseason.
Terry kicks to Kidd. From deep, another 3 for Dallas.
You are really living dangerously if you let him roam free in three-point land. He's a dangerous marksman from out there.
Kidd against Lawson. No stopping him there. Jams it in as he's fouled. Chance now for a three-point play. Lamar Odom picks one up.
You know, I was really impressed. Despite all of the turmoil that surrounded the Nuggets, they were very competitive in the West last season. They managed 30 wins in their 52 in-conference games, and That's about a 60% clip in a really tough conference.
For the Nuggets, an interesting mix of young talent and veterans. And Steve, I guess only time will tell if we think this team is going to get better as they move along.
Well, I think the key is chemistry. They've got a lot of players who expect playing time. They came in, did a good job a year ago after the Carmelo trade. Can they maintain that togetherness and chemistry as they go forward?
Carter with the three. That's good. Carter's got 8 points.
I'll tell you what, three-point shooting, a huge factor for them offensively.
Yeah, defensively, you've got to make an adjustment. I mean, you can't continue to collapse inside and give these guys quality looks.
Martin with the bucket.
Boy, they are really getting chewed up inside here. I mean, that's 8 of the last 10 points they've given up inside, in the paint.
Yeah, and the paint should be sacred ground for a defense. I mean, you can't let anybody just trot in there and get an easy bucket.
Nothing fancy for him on that jam. Just a textbook flush.
Clarkey put it away without a moment's hesitation. Gallinari against Carter. Check it out here again with the smart slam camp.
Well, he took that one to the rack with some purpose.
I'll say beautiful. There, Steve.
Yeah, how about the agility? Just the power and the skill, impressive.
It's Terry outside. Another three for Dallas.
Even though it's transition, he's got the green light to fire from there if he has a good look at it.
And here's Lawson. 7 points in the game. Here's Smith. That one falls. Coming off Lawson's feet. Lawson's got his 7th assist here tonight. It's 9 seconds separating the shot clock and game. Here's Terry, and it's blocked. The Nuggets trail by 6. Outside Lawson. Smith outside. Reverses. It's blocked. Odom with it. Good if it goes. Good!
Ooh-wee, Kevin. That was... a big shot to extend their lead and send them into halftime with momentum.
And we finished one half of basketball. From the Pepsi Center in downtown Denver, we're back in a moment.
And it's a good one going on in the Mile High City. Great to have you with us for our halftime show presented by HP. For the Dallas Mavericks, they have the lead against Denver. They've been phenomenal offensively, scoring effortlessly. For Dirk Nowitzki, a stellar game, no doubt. We're at halftime, and still, he hasn't missed a shot. It's been a pure shooting exhibition. And the Nuggets, they're putting up a fight. They've been pounding the ball inside, scoring a ton of points in the paint. J.R. Smith is having a huge impact. And of course, Ty Lawson's also making his presence felt. A couple guys right here you want to lead the charge for the teams as we move on to the second half. Around the league we go, scores and stories. Out at Target Center was the Timberwolves losing to the Rockets. A bit of a disappointment. They had a chance to get that one. The bulk of the scoring came from Michael Beasley. And another game that also finished up. For Orlando, it was a win against the Bobcats in Charlotte. Looked to be in complete control there. No problems in that one. Their top scorer, Gilbert Arenas. And a look now at the rest of the action from around the NBA. The New Orleans Hornets are trailing the Warriors out in Oakland. I think we might be looking at a little garbage time before this one's over. Time for us to wrap things up. Let's get back to Kevin Harlan, Steve Kerr, Clark Kellogg, and Doris Burke. I'll see you next time.
And the third quarter about ready to get underway. Here's Kidd.
And once again, the Mavs were a terrific road team last year, winning 28 games and losing 13 away from Dallas.
all fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade for the second half of basketball. On the court for the Mavericks. Odom out there with Nowitzki. Then it's Jason Kidd, and there's Carter. And it's Marion in at the small forward. Nene, defended by Nowitzki. Right up. And the shot's good from Nene. Nene's got 7 points. Clark Hunters don't think of him that way, but the Mavericks have been a great team on the road for quite some time.
You do overlook that, Kevin, until you look at the numbers. I mean, I'm not sure why it is, but they consistently are at the top of the NBA in road wins year to year. Even closed out their first-round playoff win last year on the road. That's always impressive.
Martin with a screen on Carter. Lets it go from the wing, and there's another one for the Knights.
That's what a good solid screen will do for you. Get you a good luck on a hoop.
Nowitzki heads for 2, and it's Dallas with another.
Guys, I'm pretty sure when everybody else leaves the gym and goes home, Dirk Nowitzki just sneaks back into the gym and kind of hangs out at that foul line area. He's so comfortable at the elbow and at that high post area. He just shoots right over the top of everybody. It looks like a layup for him.
Denver calls timeout. Back to what Steve said about Dirk. With his height, Clark, that elbow shot is virtually impossible to go.
We call it ATM time. Because when he gets it there, nobody can bother him. And he also can go by you. He's unorthodox, but he can still, because you have to respect that shot, he has the option to drive as well. But he's a remarkable shooter.
So here's Gallinari. Stolen by Carter.
Excellent anticipation. As soon as that pass was in the area, he's on the move and picked it up.
And there's Jason Kidd on the assist by Marion. And it's a 12-point Maverick lead. And so here it is, a 12-point game. Following this one, they get to host the Hornets. And Gallinari kicks to Martin. Guarded now by Lamar Odom. And he finishes by Martin.
He wants a one-on-one time at the rim. He wasn't letting that man go.
That was some Austin above and from Sprite we just saw on our slam team. Here we are in November. See how things are shaking out in the West early in the season. Take a look at Dallas. Long way to go still in the season, but even so, they've got the top spot. And check out Denver. They find themselves with the drag of the conference.
Looking at the Nuggets, they've got off to kind of start that you wouldn't have been able to imagine. It's been a lot bumpier than anticipated.
Yeah, they've got some talent, and I think most people thought this team would be pretty good. And yet everything's gone wrong for them to this point in the season. And they better be careful. This season could really fall apart for them. Tell you what, he's draining the 3-ball at will, guys.
Yeah, he is, and they've got to find a way to get out.
This is a look at the NBA's assist leaders over the last 10 games. Man, can these guys pass the ball? You look at Martin, third in assists and a great leader.
Boy, he's really done a nice job of looking for his teammates and getting them the ball on time and in rhythm, and it's resulted in more open looks for his team. Now that's a order right there.
Not everybody can cap off a dunk like that.
Yeah, very difficult maneuver, but a tremendous one if you can pull it off.
And the question for the Nuggets now, without a singular star player, is can they continue to win that way? The conventional wisdom throughout the league is that you need 2 stars, maybe a third, to be a great team. But this Nuggets team has a lot of good players and tremendous depth. No question about it, guys. He's been one of their best performers today.
Nowitzki for three. Another three for Dallas.
So tough to hit a three like that in transition.
The Nuggets trail by 8. Good thought there, Clark. Going back to the Nuggets' depth. Can you do it, Steve, by committee, or do they need to make some moves to try to bring in a bigger name?
Well, I don't know if a bigger name means anything, but you need a guy who can score in crunch time against great defense, like Carmelo used to. You can do it by committee during the regular season. In the playoffs, though, it gets very difficult.
And it's blocked. He's got 8. Here's Lawson. Releases from 15. And there's Chandler. That's good on the assist by Lawson. Lawson's got assist number 9 now. Wow, what an effort here tonight. Unable to get the ball in bounds. They get called for the 5-second violation. Gallinari, he's checked in for Denver. Miller comes in for Ty Lawson. Then for the Mavericks, Stevenson comes in for Sean Marion. And Barea subbed in for Jason Kidd. 1:14 left in the third. That's good.
And I think defensively, you've got to commit a second defender because he's just destroying you right now.
Yeah, one-on-one, he's been a handful.
Nowitzki for 3. That's good. Nowitzki's got 10 points here in the second half.
That's 9 straight points coming off 3 three-pointers. The defense just getting shelled.
Steve, the threes are killing him. I think they've got to find a way to chase him off the three-point line.
Here's Smith. That's good. It's Miller with the assist. Smith's got 23.
Boy, both teams showing a lot of hustle, Clark.
Steve, especially since halftime. I mean, they're flying around out there, giving up a lot of energy and putting together a pretty good show.
The Mavericks leading. It's taken away by Smith.
When a pass is in the air that long, it gives the defender plenty of time to get to it.
Stolen by Terry. Here's the break. Feeds to Barea. Gallinari with the steal. Nowitzki gets the reach-in call. That's his first foul. Here's Miller. Right now averaging 5 points a game. For the tie. Here's Smith. That's in, coming off an assist from Miller. 25 points in the game.
What a fantastic shooting display. He's finding the net every time this quarter.
A nice shot by Barea.
Pretty pass there, right where he needed to put it.
And here we go with Andre Miller. Here's Chandler. And Andre Miller with the bucket on the assist by Chandler. Miller's got 6 points. It's taken away by Smith. The shot is off. And the game still closely contested as we end the third quarter.
Nowitzki has been playing really well. 22 points, and he's drained 4 three-pointers here as well.
With more to come, maybe. The way his shot looks tonight, looks like he's in for a big night.
More great action when we return.
Next Tuesday night, LeBron James and the Miami Heat go up against Dwight Howard and the Orlando Magic. Live from Orlando. Big time hoops coming your way.
Fourth quarter getting going here. It's time for our Sprite Spark of the Game report. Let's go to Doris Burke.
Yes, gentlemen, the spark today came from the Dallas Mavericks. They've done an exceptional job executing their game plan and look fantastic out there. You can't help but think they'll close the game out if they continue this level of play, guys.
Thanks again, Doris. They've got Corey Brewer. Gallinari is out there with Martin. Then it's Al Harrington. And it's Miller in at the point guard. That's the group in the game for the Nuggets. From deep Bobois, another 3 for Dallas. Clark and Steve, neither team with a big advantage here in the fourth quarter.
5 times we've had the lead switch so far. I mean, back and forth we go.
And I think that total could rise, Clark, because 2 evenly matched teams playing a tough game. Man, they are both lighting it up here.
Exciting basketball, Steve. I mean, it's been back and forth. Each side dropping in points every chance they get.
Nuggets trail. Miller outside. Harrington. Puts up a three. And again, Denver with the triple.
And he gets a three of his own. Good answer there.
Yeah, and he's not scared to trade shots like that. Well, he was being overly optimistic there, thinking he could make that pass.
And so here is Dallas. A three from Stevenson. That's good. Stevenson's got 6 in the quarter.
Well, they really look to run immediately after that turnover.
Well, that's how you cash in. You don't want to waste any time after the turnover. Go at it right away.
Miller dishes to Harrington. Martin powers down the dunk. And it's a tie ball game.
Forward spot, but his great leaping ability more than makes up for it.
Outside Stojakovic. It's good. Great play set up by Perea. Here's Miller. And there's the 3-second call. This one on the defense.
You know, guys, Dallas kind of gets slept on in terms of playoff action because they've been so disappointed in recent years, but they worked hard all season, and the hard work has its reward.
Great perspective. And the Nuggets with some changes. Nene, he's checked in for Harrington. Smith comes in for Corey Brewer. And it's Lawson in for Andre Miller. Here's Lawson. He's picked up by Kidd. And the jam by J.R. Smith. Brought to you by Sprite. The Sprite Slam came on the replay.
There isn't anybody in the building that didn't appreciate that throwdown.
Well, Steve, that's as fancy a finish as you could possibly get.
A serious degree of difficulty on that one.
Clark, back to Dallas. They weren't really talked about as a contender, and some even had them losing to Portland in the first round. Then, Steve, that Los Angeles upset, that sweep got everybody's attention.
Sure did. They took the first 2 games in L.A., then they blew out the Lakers in Game 4 to finish off the sweep. Just an incredible series, and I think that was the series that was the springboard for Dallas into the finals and past the Miami Heat. When they beat the Lakers, Dallas knew they could win the whole thing.
Nowitzki for 3. Another 3 for Dallas.
He's showing no signs of letting up here.
Lawson with it. He's picked up by Kidd. Easy shot, and there's another one for the Nuggets.
Man, he's got a lot of firepower right now. I mean, what a half he's having.
Nowitzki, that's for 2. Again, the Mavericks score.
Boy, he's been so cool out there, composed, never rattled. I mean, a very steady contributor to the offense.
Let's find out what Doris Burke has for us.
Yes, Kevin, over that break, I was able to catch the message George Karl was giving to his team. He gave his players a little bit of extra motivation, saying, none of us wants to go to sleep tonight knowing we had a chance to win and didn't close it out. We've gotten close. Now let's not let it slip away, guys.
And thank you for that, Doris. The shot's good from Lawson.
He's so clutch, Kevin. When the pressure is at its highest, that's when he's at his very best.
It's Terry outside. That's good. Terry's got 5 points now in the quarter.
Fellas, they are heating up from outside now.
Yep. Their last 5 hoops, 3 of them have come from long range.
Lawson the pass to Gallinari. 6 to shoot. Charity stripe shot. Nice shot by Smith. Smith's got 31 points.
As if there was any question, Kev. He's just not fazed by the pressure. He stays focused and always makes big plays. You know, he's a rarity in the NBA, guys. A big man who can launch it from deep.
For the 3. Connects. And that shot brings them to within just one.
They have got to get a hand in his face. I mean, he's unconscious from out there.
Pulls up on the wing, buries it.
And that had to feel good.
Yeah, he exhaled as that one went down.
Now Lawson. Martin kicks to Lawson. He's covered by Kidd. Lawson outside. Sinks it. And what a sensational bucket to bring them within one.
And the pace has really ramped up in the second half.
Steve, I like the re-energized effort here. I mean, it's been a battle.
Terry, that's a two. Book it.
No, you can't give him any space out there.
Time call here. The Nuggets decide to talk it over. They trail by 3. We've got 28 seconds left in the game. We've got 28 seconds left to play here in the fourth. Lawson kicks to Nene. He's against Nowitzki. Takes it up. Count it. And that shot brings them to within just one.
Got such a good feel for his shot today. In a really good groove.
Out of bounds. And they'll keep possession. Here's Terry. And they foul intentionally. They're going to have to do that now again and again. They're not in the penalty yet.
Good foul there. They've got to lengthen this game and stop the clock here.
All you can really do here is hope they give you a chance to even it up.
And they need to stop the clock, so there's a foul.
They didn't have much choice but to foul. Unfortunately, this is the last guy you want to send to the free throw line.
Yeah, I agree with you, Steve. I mean, they stopped the clock, but these free throws are pretty much automatic.
Hits them both, and it's a three-point ball game.
Big free throws, Kevin. Now they'll need a 3 to just stay alive.
The shot's good from Lawson. Dallas calls timeout. They lead by 1. 8 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. Seconds left in the fourth quarter. And they stop the clock as soon as they can with the intentional foul. Sinks the first one, and that'll put them up by 2. Perfect from the line, and it's a three-point ball game.
Taking full advantage of the charity stripe here. Stretching that margin to 3.
He feeds it to Nene. This would tie it. Oh, he had a chance there to send it to overtime, but they come up empty-handed. So it's a narrow victory for the Mavericks, pulling out the W. And Clark, you know, it was quite a nail-biter.
Yeah, it was tight. Their guys were able to come up with big plays down the stretch, and that's the difference.
Thank you for joining us for this presentation of the NBA on 2K Sports. For Clark, Stephen Doris, and the rest of the crew, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for joining us, and we'll see you next time. Last but not least, here is your Jordan Player of the Game, Dirk Nowitzki.
Okay, we win against the Nuggets in a close game when it's a top because of turnovers. Hawks take 6 straight. 6 straight will find another new team for Jeff Teague. So we check out the Hawks. Jeff Teague is trading. Where's Jeff Teague? As already said. Let's go find Jeff Teague in the rumors. Let's keep happening there. Terry is traded for unlikely. Page, let's see Jeff Teague there is. Now the trail could be Utah or Denver. Then Danny Green is also needs to see the trade. Let's see the Spurs. Might be to go for the trade with the likely Thunder. We said no longer for Green, or it could go for the Green Celtics. And then Green for Knicks. Green wants the out for Boston. Butler I want to see, and then let's check out a 14-game schedule total. Beasley scores 31 and Scholar scores 26. Magic versus Bobcats. Walker Magic wins it, so Walker scores 18 and Arena scores 26, and even almost double has 9. Grizzlies versus Thunder. Kevin Durant scores 17. That happened losing to the Thunder. Bye bye. Rudy Gay. It's double. Mavericks and Nuggets and 34 points, and then Lawson scores double. Has 12 assists, and Dirk Nowitzki scores 32. Clippers versus Suns. Clippers won the game. Brooks scores 34 points, and Bellup scores 31 points and 5 boards. Jazz versus Blazers in the close game, and Craig Oden almost a triple-double, 8 rebounds and 9 assists, as Gray Oden still scores 31 points. Paul Millsap scores double, and Devin Harris scores 19 points. Bucks beat the Celtics. Ray Allen scores 21 points, and Steven Jackson scores 26 points, as Brandon Jennings scores a double, 17 points and 11 boards. Heat beat the Raptors, and hold on, what happened? Remember the halftime in the first and second quarter. James, Bosh, and Way are combined. I believe it was 103. 103 points, 41 points for LeBron, 34 points for Chris Bosh, and 28 points for Dwayne Wade. DeMar DeRozan scores 28 points, Bargani scores 21 points, and Weems scores 18. Nets beat the Knicks in a close game by 1. Deron Williams scores 24 points, and Brook Lopez almost a double, 21 and 8. Carmelo Anthony scores 29 points, Dorian Myers scores 27, and Davis scores 22. Spurs beat the Cavs. What? Spurs have 29 points, 6 rebounds, 6 assists, and Kyrie Irving scores 42 points, but it's not enough. The Warriors beat the Hornets as David Lee scores double, 12 points and rebounds, 33 points for Stephen Curry, almost a 10 points for double, and Gordon didn't get much, nothing. Kobe Bryant scores 26 points, 23 points for Ron Artest, and Gasol scores 18, and Isaiah Thomas scores 28 as the Lakers beat the Kings. Pistons beat the Wizards, 28 points for Rodney Stocky. Javerko scores 26, almost double, and Ben Gordon scores 23 points. John Wall scores 31, and then Boost beat the Pacers, 27 points, and Jimmy Butler scores 25 points, and Carlos Booster scores 23 points, and Danny Granger scores 21 points. So that was Skip the Cavaliers, but first we can check the daily view as the D-League resume, as the Nets versus Hawks, Raptors versus Magic, Knicks versus Sixers, Timberwolves versus Wizards, Spurs playing the Rockets, Jazz versus Warriors, and the Cavaliers play the Mavericks alongside Bulls versus Bucks. And a lot of games we got D-League here. We got Red Close versus Armor, Energy versus 66ers, Skyforce versus Wizards, Legends versus Stampede, Jam versus Bighorn, Bayhawks versus Man Ants, and Defenders versus Ohio. So we're gonna skip the games against the Cavs. Don't lose the second loss, and we won 10 in a row. We easy win. Let's check out the view box score. Dirk Nowitzki almost have triple-double at 25 points. Jameson scores 31 points and Irving scores 24. That happened in the first quarter. The Cavaliers lead by 1, 24-23. Let's check out the other games. Nets beat the Hawks. Magic beat the Raptors. Knicks beat the Sixers. Wizards beat the Wolves. Rockets stun Spurs. We got Jazz stun Warriors. And the Bulls losing to the Bucks. And now about other one, we got Armor beat Red Claws. Energy defeats Sixers. Wizards beat Skyforce. Stampede beats Legends. Jams beat Bighorns. Mad Ants beat Bayhawks. And Defenders beat Ohio. Let's check out on Sunday Night Football. No, Sunday Night Football, nope. Sunday Night Basketball. They have 3 D-League games there. We got Celtics, Pistons, Bobcats, Kings. Actually, the 3. Let's see, they did 3. No, 5. Oh, we done too many games so far. So we got the rest of the 5 NBA games here. 6 NBA games. 6 Celtics, Pistons, Bobcats, Kings, Grizzlies, Heat, Hornets, Nuggets, Pacers, Suns, and Thunder, Clippers. And how about the D-League? We got Red Claws versus Armor, Vipers versus Toros, Wizards versus Skyforce, Energy versus 66ers, Legends versus Stampede again, Jam versus Bighorns, and Defenders versus Ohio again. So let's simulate again. And Armor defeat Red Claws, Toros beat Vipers, Wizards beat Skyforce, 66ers defeat Energy, Stampede defeats Legends, Jams defeats Bighorns, and Ohio defeats Defenders. And how about NBA? Celtics lose to the Pistons, Bobcats beat the Kings, Heat beat the Grizzlies, Nuggets beat the Hornets, Pacers beat the Suns, and Clippers beat the Thunder. Let's check out the upcoming games on Monday Night Basketball. They only have 2 NBA games here, and 3 NBA games, and 2 NBA D-League games, and 3 NBA games. We got Bayhawks versus Mad Ants, Vipers versus Toros again, Wizards versus Knicks, Blazers versus Maps, and Bobcats versus Warriors. So as you can see, we're going up against the Portland Trail Blazers. West tried to trade me after this injured. Prince will expect to return to Grizzlies. Derek and Nick Knight go 10 straight wins. So don't skip it. I will skip the Sacramento again, and we're gonna have to play against the Phoenix Suns. So we're gonna have next Friday and Saturday, and then again Sunday. We're back to Sunday again with the Suns. Oops, this is not Sunday. I will not gonna do. Yeah, let's check out the upcoming schedule. Friday against the Blazers, Saturday against the Suns, and then I will skip the Sacramento again. Your choice. I will not skip the Suns. I will put Thursday here. Thursday against the Kings, and another Suns game, Jazz game, Bulls game, Clippers, and I'm gonna skip the Nuggets, and they're gonna go to skip against Milwaukee, and then skip to the Timberwolves, and skip to the Raptors right there throughout the Phoenix Suns. And then I will skip to the both games, so Timberwolves and the Wizards in the game. So we're gonna have our next Friday and Saturday as the Blazers and the Suns. We have a 3 home games, and they're back-to-back road games on the road trip. So there we go, guys. Let's check out the standings. Check out the player of the week. LeBron James and Isaiah Thomas. Why? Not Dirk. Why is Isaiah Thomas, the rookie, won the players of the week? Let's see the Kings headlines or Heat. Thomas LeBron named the player of the week. Wow, and then Miami still the power rankings go for the 4th time. Remains perfect. In the last 2 weeks, 5-0 in the last 2 weeks. As the Heat, as you can see, the Heat, Mavericks, Magic, Bulls, Grizzlies, Rockets, Pistons, Clippers, Blazers, and the Nets. Wow, Nets are surprisingly in the top 10. And then the last place it was the Hornets and the 2 and 10. So I'm gonna let's check out the injury that did LeBron hurt. Chris Paul still not playing until the day-to-day for Braun in 1-2 weeks due to the broken hand. And Augustus on the only team, and looks like we got the first player. Augustus is done for the season due to the torn MCL, not torn ACL, is done for the season. So see the Miami Heat. Let's check out Heat headlines. And it said Augustus expected back in season following surgery on torn MCL, following the win over the Hawks in overtime on November 22. Alright, it's time to save the game. And let's check out the question one more time, and before you left the game first, let's check out the Blazers injury report. We got Batum is out for 1 to 2 weeks due to the sore foot, and Eric Byron is hurt for day-to-day due to the sore knee. Alright, and now it's time to quit game. Once again, we'll go back to save again. And now, that's it for now, guys. And there we go, and that's it for now. This is Andre Kenshin. Well, next Friday, we're up against the Portland Trail Blazers, and then Saturday game against the Phoenix Suns. And then tomorrow, we will have a doubleheader for you. The first game, the Boston Celtics and the Milwaukee Bucks. Following the second game, the Golden State Warriors and the Los Angeles Lakers. Right after the end of the 2024 college basketball season for the 2024 National Championship in men's basketball. So earlier I saw South Carolina perfect undefeated and to win the national championship in the women's basketball over Iowa, led by Candace Clark. And this could be the final time for the Clark. Will be the end of the NCAA, joins the WNBA. So this is Andre Kenshin say so long. We'll see you in the next Tuesday tomorrow doubleheader. Goodbye everyone.